Hey guys, today is Saturday, January the 13th of 2024. This is going to be a mixed video. I think I'm going to call this market recap. Just a lot of things I'm just going to go over. Nothing about natural gas, more kind of focus on the energy. Pretty much, just kind of browsing, just kind of being open-minded, nothing, no script. Kind of what I'm thinking, just throwing out some ideas out there to you guys. I just want to see what we're doing on the market. I'm using the weekly, and you can see the Dow Jones, S&P, Nasdaq, all kind of going sideways. Russell got a nice little dip. Nikkei got a nice pop, and Euro, DAX, all kind of like the US except Russell, and VIX at 13, which is good. So that's the index. Not much interest for me there. Energy just kind of going sideways for like the last 5 or 6 weeks. Crude oil, crude Brent, heating oil sideways. Natural gas is the only one that's got a little momo to the upside. It looks like it may want to test the 364 high here. That's what it looks like. RBOB just kind of sideways. I don't know if this is like an election kind of, rut that we're in. Just things just kind of on halt. Not going higher, not going lower. The thing in the Middle East and the US, bombing some stuff out there. I mean, it's crazy. This world is just going crazy every day. But nonetheless, crude oil just kind of like being like, on lockdown almost. But anyway, ethanol just kind of pulling lower. We're at 158. Interesting. Bonds. I don't trade bonds, so I'm just going to skip bonds. Cocoa got this nice pop. Just kind of thought it was a good short, but I'm just kind of waiting. Maybe it wants to retest that high, but I have it on my list. Cotton sideways. Look at that. A couple of weeks just sideways. Coffee getting a nice little retrace. Be nice to put a little angle. Maybe you broke it on a log scale and non-scale log. Just kind of see where it's at. But it's getting a pullback. Looks like it failed a double top. Fail new high right here. So that's kind of interesting. Lumber getting a little pullback. Kind of same thing. Fail new high. Almost like 3 fail new highs here. Orange juice getting a nice little pullback. Sugar got a very good pullback, and now it's kind of retracing. I don't know if it's an ABC pattern, but nonetheless, something to keep an eye on. Metals, gold, just chop fest, just sideways. This candle, this red candle right here, looks like it was going to start moving, but then it pulled back. So it's just kind of going sideways. Silver, massive chop. Just chop. Fail new high up here. Copper, thought I was going to take out that $4. It was a head fake, pulling back. May test the $3.60-ish change there. Maybe for a fail new low. Hopefully that holds. I'm not, trading it or anything. I'm just kind of watching it. Platinum couldn't break out over 1,000. And now we got 3 weeks in a pullback back to like 900-ish. It may be even lower if this continues. And Palladium is the one that I'm researching around. It's the number one. It has taken priority. I put it this way. I was looking at Bitcoin, and we'll go over the Bitcoin stuff, but the Bitcoin cycles are down. Not the weekly, but the daily. So I have to wait a little bit, but that's good because that gives me enough time if the pullback and the retracement plays out. I know the ETFs and all that stuff, all the good news, all the, the crypto guys are excited. We got an ETF, and hooray, more power to you. But the cycles, are turning or down. I can't remember from the last video I did. So that gives me time, if the pullback comes, for me to get in a better price and adjust my list, and maybe consolidate some things, get some opinion from other pros, recommendations, and them to review my list and see if there's anything they could, tell me. But crypto's going to take the back seat for now. Palladium is the one that I'm really interested, that I'm really looking into. I want to see if this is going to be a fail new low or if it's going to push lower. Meats. Live cattle was one I was trading. I'm watching it. It's just kind of going sideways, kind of grinding higher. Same thing with feeder cattle. And lean hog. Lean hogs is just chop fest. Nothing there for me. Corn, interesting, pushing very, just consolidated here, and now it's even pushing lower. Soybeans, maybe going to test this low. Looks like it wants to. Soybean oils and then soybean meal took out this pivot low. And so I don't know if this is a trap for the bears, unless if it can regain that. Wow, we got a whole bunch here. Let's see. Maybe I got to make this even smaller. Rough rice, I don't trade that. Soybeans, wheat, kind of sideways. Canola, making even more lows. Currencies, I don't trade any of the grains. The only one I'll be watching, probably would be the US dollar. And we still stuck pretty much 1 week. This right here, 102. Not pushing higher, but not pushing lower, kind of like a doji. Euro, kind of, there. Just kind of, you have to just watch the dollar if you're gonna trade all these pairs. And with all the stuff going on in the Middle East, I don't know if that's going to be the safe haven. Everybody's going to pile into there, or gold, or Bitcoin. I don't know. With this wacky world, I don't know what they're going to consider a safe haven, of all the stuff going on. But anyway, I definitely keep an eye on the dollar. And then for crypto, like I said, there's a lot here. I'm just gonna put this on the back burner for now. Gives me a couple of months to get things organized and make a list and kind of bounce ideas off for the guys. But what I wanted to show you is Palladium. From this high, 34.25, to our current low right now, it's minus 71.61%. If we go to UX1, which is uranium futures, from the high, in 2007 to this low that it made in 2016, it was minus 88.18%. Right now is, using the UX1, is at 104. Looking at the UX2 future, minus 87.32%. So pretty much minus 87, 88 of a sell-off. Very hated. And now it's at $102.75. I sold a lot of my position on UEC and DNN, but I continue to hold Uranium Royalty, UROY. Just in case, this thing wants to grind higher and maybe retest this high, I got still skin in the game and using the royalty stock. It's interesting. It's starting to move now. Especially now with the news from Kazatomprom, some issues there has affected, has given the U sector a nice little bump, which is something that, you would, you can't foresee in the future. But it's good for the U sector because it's going to get more exciting. And probably people are going to be more piling on. I just wanted to allocate some money to another sector. which, from looking at all the stuff that I'm have in my radar, Palladium is probably the number one. And then, sorry, I had a brain fog there. Crypto. So these are the two. And I put on my Twitter and on the community on YouTube a stock that I'm watching and I'm researching. The only concern is that the good thing is that they're diverse. There's a lot of they're pretty spread out. So there's not like one risk factor. One of these countries get something happens. It's you just never know. Risk is risk. The only thing I didn't like is that they have a big concentration in South Africa. And South Africa, for me, that's the Wild West. It's very unpredictable and very risky, in my opinion. Looking from the outside, I don't know. I've been there, I've been to the nice places. But nonetheless, it's a little concerning. But looking at the big picture, they're pretty much very diverse. They cover a lot of things, especially in the EV and other, uranium. Hold on. I'm in my room here. It's 5 p.m. Yeah. So they cover a lot of things. So I have it on my list. I'm going to build more. I'm looking for uranium stocks that are heavily, invested in palladium. Can it go lower? Yeah, it could go lower. I mean, so right now we're at minus 71.61%. What about if it wants to go there? That's minus 86.82%. That's getting very close to what the uranium sector did. And that's somewhere around 439. And this is the demand zone that I have here. Let's say, if it's even going to go even lower. Let's say if it's going to go down negative minus 95.77%. That's, you're talking about palladium prices being at $145. I'm just giving you the extremes of where I see some base levels. That if it was to really push lower, then you're close to, where did it open? January of 1985, it was $106. So, I mean, if it ever gets down there, you just have to buy it with your eyes closed. There's nothing else you can really do. But here is a little level. Here's another one, 450, and we're somewhat in between here and this 866. So I think, this is probably a good area. Maybe not a good area, but, I'm not going to talk too much, but I'm just going to give you an idea. The cycles are very close here, and I'll probably be doing a video. And that's if this is going to be the turning point here. We don't know, but we're just kind of, doing some analysis. So that's pretty much it. I don't want to take too much time. Yeah. So these are the two things I'm going to be focusing on, besides natural gas. Natural gas, I'm kind of leaning for a low in February. And I'm not going to put the date out yet because I don't want to, I'm testing some things. I want to see if this forecast that I have is going to pan out. So the closer we get to this date, I'm going to reserve that date until we get maybe a day before, and I'll post a video on, probability of this low, but I have to see price action. And even if we get close to that date and the price action is not, what it should be doing, which it should be making, what it's supposed to be doing in my analysis, I'm still going to release it and just going to tell you, hey, this is the date I thought it was going to, it's going to be a low, and it didn't play out because, let's say from where it's at now, it's going higher and it never looked back. So that's the kind of thing I'm gonna let you guys know. But for now, I'm just, watching it. Can't wait to get home because, I'm doing this all on my computer, my travel computer using a TradingView. And, TradingView is great. Let me tell you something. I know you might not use this software, or maybe you use it to like bounce ideas and do your technical. But this feature right here, this is priceless. Lock price to bar ratio, that is priceless. I don't think Thinkorswim has that feature, and TradingView has it. That right there, surprised me. I'm going to be using that more often on my other research. But yeah, this is something definitely that if you want to have it as your like, like a master chart, like the way I call my master charts on the timing solution, because I have everything that I know that I use there. This could be like your master chart where you do your mostly the geometry side of trading, like Gann, where you could do your trend lines and all that stuff. But when you want to, get things, scale 45 degrees, all the Gann technique, this comes in handy, and it's free. You could create an account and have it for free, and you could do all the Gann stuff at a scale, chart with no issues, 100%. So definitely that. So I'm gonna sign out. I just want to do a quick little update. I know it's late. I'm in the West Coast. It's like 5 p.m., 5 something right now. Normally when I post, somebody really wants to get a hold of me. When I post this stuff, normally it's in the morning. So know that when I normally post around 6:30, 7, around there early, that's like, I don't know, 3 in the morning over here, which, I'm sleeping, but it's going to affect me when I get home. But anyway, just market recap, my thoughts on what what I want to do with my investments that I made, my profits on the uranium. I want to put it to work on another sector, and I think Palladium is going to probably be the one, that I'm going to be digging, and crypto second. The indices are very toppy. Can it go higher? Yeah. It's election. Who knows? They could probably push it higher, but it's very toppy. I want to get stuff that's hated, and Palladium is the number one. Not hated, but not like uranium, but it's very undervalued right now. The key is trying to get this turning point. Can it go lower? Yeah. So we just got to keep measuring and just looking at the daily chart and just kind of seeing and doing some Gann stuff, 1090, 860. I want to see if this low is going to hold of 926. And man, you don't have to like trade, Palladium futures. You could just look at the stocks like what I'm looking at. There's a lot of stuff out there, and I have to make my list. And once I see, what's the news on Palladium? Gold rallies on Middle East tensions, Fed rate cut bets, gold firms as Middle East concerns boost safe haven demand. Yeah, so nobody's even talking. It's all more about gold, which is fine. I like that. I like want to know about Palladium and how undervalued it is. So when it bottoms and it turns and it goes up, it'll be like the uranium sector, in 2016 when it made that low. You're already in it because you've been watching it, observing it. You got your game plan, your strategy, and know that it's risky. And, you got to put your stops because just in case, we're all wrong. I was wrong once. You can look back on my videos when I thought it was going to be a turning point and it didn't turn. It kept pushing lower. So this is my second, attempt to this commodity. Well, hopefully you have a great weekend. I can't wait to get back. Hopefully I'll post a video on natural gas because I got, the supercomputer at home where I got all my stuff, all the goodies I got. And maybe, if I get back early enough, I could maybe post a natural gas, like a quick update and some statistics and other things that I'm watching for the week coming up. All right, take care, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on market recap.